legislator is here, show them in, and then go find somewhere else to be. You are dismissed for the evening. That's an order. I have been looking forward to handling this conversation personally. Legislator, what an absolute pleasure. Good night, Captain. Goodbye. Oh, breaking in new staff, you know how it is. Always such a pain to convince them you aren't some kind of drooling infant to be gently shepherded down the path of least resistance. That you are, in fact, in command and expect your orders to be obeyed. It's how late? Oh my goodness, look at the time. It flies so fast when there's so much work to be done. I suppose you think I should thank you, legislator, for coming to my chambers so very, very late. Oh, why, yes, that's correct. You didn't have a choice. As the new recognized official Marshal of Her Galactic Majesty's Hose and 10th in line to the throne, that does come with grace and favor here in the Imperial Palace. Necessary for the important work I'll be doing personally for the Empress. Oh, and I now have the legal authority to summon any member of the government to report to me immediately and without question, at any hour, at my pleasure. No, it's not a literal hose. The Empress does not garden or... It's a traditional title, as you know perfectly well. You love throwing Acton's subsection in my face. Don't pretend like you don't know what the Marshal of Her Majesty's Hose does in the century of the black hole space koala. Alas, Marshal of Her Galactic Majesty's Hose does not have authority over what creature the century is named after. What I do have authority over is you. That's true, darling. My superior rank has been clipped by the unfortunate accident of your political title. Ugh, fine. Your election to political title. You commoners, always so hung up on little things like elections and accomplishments and blah blah blah. Ephemeral trophies that fade away in the cold march of history. Nothing compared to the power of a name, a dynasty, a lineage. History is moving all right, darling. Moving exactly the way I always knew it would. You little people. You think in the short term, in weeks, maybe months, sometimes maybe even a year or two. You've been flaunting your little patch of power, throwing it in my face, mocking me in your speeches as you blocked every bill I sent down. Oh, you enjoyed it, didn't you? Performing to the press with all those passionate speeches? Delighting that you could put a royal in his place, isn't that right? You didn't see this coming, did you? You know what? I'll give you that one, legislator. You weren't here to amass power or line your own pockets. You really are trying to do something for your people, as short-sighted and ruinous as your agenda may be. Oh, that's not a compliment. It's a fact. I've had my people looking into you since you first stood for election. You are very annoyingly free of scandal. And that's why I've asked you here tonight. Why don't we step out on the balcony? Did I stutter? come outside. Or stand there like an idiot. I don't care. It is beautiful, yes. Thousands of stars, hundreds of worlds, all bound together in beautiful order under my family's watchful eye. You don't have time to look up? Oh, that's a shame, legislator. You should carve a minute or two out of that busy schedule of yours for the occasional bit of stargazing. Because you aren't seeing the big picture. It takes time to build something like this. Not weeks or months or even years. I am part of an unbroken line that is enacting a work of centuries, millennia. And I'm so very sad, legislator, that the work has made me your enemy when deep down we want the same thing. What's best for your people? What's best for my people? What's best for all of us? We should be allies, legislator, maybe even friends. There are many advantages to being my friend. No. I'm not offering my support of your motion to discontinue the present labor arrangements in the Arxis Belt. Oh, slavery is a ridiculous exaggeration. You and I both know people are signing these contracts willingly, and that the companies have the obligation to offset the costs of supporting a labor force. I'm not here to argue with you about the details. Really? And how is it my perspective that's skewed? Oh, you think I'm so busy staring up at the stars that I don't see what's happening on the ground? All right. I don't think I'm swaddling myself in luxury, but I can see how it sounds like I'm dismissing the suffering in the Arxis Belt as a detail. That was a bad choice of word. Let's take another look at that motion of yours. I've got a tablet here. Sit with me while I refresh my memory. No trick. We're having a conversation, legislator. Sit down, have some tea. Unless you've taken a moral stand against sitting comfortably and talking reasonably to high-ranking government officials. Good pet. Haha, too late. I'll approve of you if I like. Perhaps there is something we can work together on here on this motion. You're looking at me so suspiciously, legislator. Must my motivations be so suspect? Can't I just have been convinced by your passionate defense of the undefended? Fine. I'll support your motion to unwind the Arxis contracts, and in return, you will withdraw your objection to my bill regarding the tax allocations to the Crown from corporate profits. It'll be a 1-2 punch, both of us sticking it to the man. I'm the man too? Very well. I'm the man. The corporate organizations are the man. I hate to break it to you, legislator, but you're the man too now. Oh no? You have power now. Power and connections. Who knows who is really behind you, what you're really trying to accomplish. Look at you denouncing me in public and then taking surreptitious meetings in the middle of the night on my balcony. What will the newscast say about this? Of course this is a trap, legislator. Of course, you will declaim you were ordered to my rooms, but that won't stop the rumors. The stories. Can you imagine every media feed in the galaxy broadcasting pictures of you sipping tea from those imperially stamped tea saucers just hours after swearing enmity against royals? In fact, turn your head just a bit to the side so I can be sure my cameras are getting your best angle. Sit back down, legislator. I said sit down. Oh, my dear legislator. Do you think I haven't had combat training? Strength enhancers? A millennia of the warrior arts reserved to the royal family? Keep struggling if you like. It will look wonderful for the cameras. Nobody but us knows I've got your wrists pinned down to the concrete beneath the silk carpets. That's why I wore this robe with the extra large sleeves. They'll just see you writhing beneath me. Oh, sweet thing. You don't have a choice. I mean, it's impressive you've avoided entanglements as long as you have. But somebody like you always ends up under the thumb of someone like me. Be grateful it's me. Frankly, there have been others in my family sniffing around you as a useful cat's paw for their schemes. You're lucky I've been shooing them away. I, at least, am willing to throw in a regular supply of carrots instead of just beating you with all the sticks in my command. I want you to be happy in our new arrangement, sweetheart. I mean what I said. You'll enjoy being my friend. Friend, pawn, whatever. So, you'll withdraw your objection to increasing the portion of the tax revenue flowing to the crown? Otherwise, it's my version of tonight that goes out to the public. You want me to spell it out? Blackmail is the least of what I can do to you now, my little space koala. Thank you? What do you mean, thank you? For saying it right into... What microphone? Why, you sneaky little... Oh, shut up. Obviously it was broadcasting a copy. To where? To whom? For you to know and for me to find out. So, you aren't above a little blackmail of your own. All right, legislator. Well played. Now get out before... What do you mean, what deal? You're still willing to make a deal? For the sake of those laborers? What do you have in mind? That's an interesting offer. But I cannot possibly throw my support behind your motion for the Arx's Belters for anything less than the full 2.1% tax revenue increase that I proposed. 0.8%? Outrageous. Try 1.8. 1.7, and I will personally see the Arx's Belters are resettled in a free system. 1.5, and I'll give you the names of the other royals sniffing around you. Then your terms are agreeable, legislator. It's Lady Waystrom and that little bitch Grooft you need to look out for. Grooft has bought off your press secretary. You know, Grooft, Prince of Iserstrom. I guess Grooft is a family nickname. Anyway, as a show of good faith, I will make the first public move tomorrow morning to announce my support of your motion. I expect you to reply within 8 hours, or this deal is null and void. Fair? Then so be it. What a pleasure to legislate with you. Now, where do you think you're going? You can't leave, not until I formally dismiss you. That's true, our business is concluded. But you played your hand, legislator. The microphone is destroyed, and here you stand, all flushed and disheveled, at my command and at my mercy. This must be what they mean when they talk about power corrupting. I'm having some very corrupting ideas about what to do with you now. Star's eternal look at you blush. Too adorable. All right, on your way, my legislator. We'll call this round a draw, but I do look forward to the next time our blades cross. I've got my eye on you, always. Captain, report back to my chambers at once. Yes, I did dismiss you, but we need to have a conversation about visitors, security, and private broadcasting devices smuggled into my chambers.